Hello and welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. And I'm starting this off slightly different than normal, where normally I would wait out the night and have all of my recording done during the day. I kind of feel like that's not appropriate for this. I'm in the middle of traversing this canyon and I just need to get it done. So we're just going to do it even though the sun is going down. And I'm going to have to do the majority of this rest of the traverse here in the dark, which is going to very much suck. But we're going to do it. We're going to figure it out. As we're, coming down here and heading towards our spot that we're heading. We got our canyon oasis. And another piece of gold. Really? Like, after all the gold that I found in the last episode, again with the gold. I've still got all of the waypoints still on. Yeah, because normally I would stop and be like, I'm going to turn off all those waypoints, do some mining, do some slight repairs, just a little bit of maintenance overnight. But because I'm just immediately starting to record again, which is different, I'm like, oh, everything's still on. So it's like these last two episodes are sort of like, last time on this TV show, and it's a continuation of the story. Do I even have another nickel thing? There we go. Find that nickel. Get it marked. And let's get on with it. Iron, silicon, I'm not going to mark them right now. We are 3.5 kilometers away, but it's going to involve a lot of wiggly wagglies going through these canyons. I can't turn that way, and again with the gold. The heck, man? Just easier to write it. This is literally like the canyon of gold. That is so cool. I actually really like that. This is something because we're just driving through a canyon here, I'll ramble about an idea I've had for Space Engineers for a while. I kind of wanted to, I kind of did it a little bit when I did my, was that my first season, or was it my second season that I did it? Where I had scarce resources, where specific resources were only on specific planets. I really enjoy that concept because it involves, like, you have to travel to get everything, and you have to have some form of logistics. Like, oh wow, if we need this, we need to bring it in from here, and that involves resources, and that involves fuel, and that involves ships. And it's not just like oh hey, there's this one spot that has every single resource, and you can just sit there. I would love it if they took that detail, instead of just being like, oh hey, on this particular planet this node will spawn, but make it so, like, in this particular geological feature this thing will spawn. So if you want gold, there's gold in them are hills sort of things, you have to, like, oh yeah, if you want gold, you have to go off into the mountain, and you have to climb a mountain to find some gold. And that's just where it is. Like, that would be a really cool thing to add to the game, where, like, you have different sort of, not that you couldn't get stuff in different areas. Oh, I spelled that so wrong. Like, you could have gold spawn anywhere, but you're vastly more likely for it to spawn in particular biomes kind of feel. If you take it like, God. I think this is a correct example. I don't know, because I haven't read up on this, and I'm just sort of throwing it out of the top of my head. As far as I understand, that's how emeralds work in Minecraft, where they're, like, only in extreme hills, and oh my god, that's a ramp. How am I going to take that? And so if you go and mine in extreme hills, you're likely to get, well, more likely to get emeralds. You can actually mine them than anywhere else. okay. I'm guessing actually the best plan for this spot is to just ramp it. Like, just go off the edge at top speed. Let's go and inspect it. Yeah. Because that's the problem, is it's just slightly too narrow. If it was just a flat thing, I could just ramp it easily. I might have to build out a little bit of a thing for me to ramp off of. Let me go see. You know, so yeah, to take that concept to be like, hey, if you want iron, go here, and you're more likely to find iron. Like, or it'd probably just be for the more rare resources. God damn it. Yeah, I definitely feel like ramping off of here is the best, because if you could try to go down slowly, I'm gonna scrape up the undercarriage. And I think there's enough space on the other side that I could stop. I just need to just go for it, I feel. It's like I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time placing out a whole bunch of blocks and then it end up not being worth it. We've got a fresh undercarriage. It's time to damage it, right? Look at this. It's all nicely built up and pretty. It's time to throw some stuff at it and get it broken. And at least let's break it while the sun's still up, so we have an opportunity to fix it with actual lights on, instead of it getting nice and dark. Okay. Let's back off here. And I do need to add some reverse thrust, because this thing is getting way too heavy, and it is not backing up very quickly. Very easily I could add a couple reverse thrusters there on the sides of the drill sections. There's some conveyor ports there that I can access. Throw down a couple hydrogen thrusters. Okay. Okie dokie. Yeah. Do a little bit of jump with the X button. Go full brake, full brake, full brake. Oh yeah, you go, Mastodon. Oh, that's totally just a one-way street, though. We are not going to be able to go back through that direction. But we can continue on our little expedition here, as we have now gotten over that obstacle. And while I still have it fresh in my mind, I'm going to go throw those thrusters on. Oh wait, I can do the new thrusters too, which makes them cool looking. Little thruster, and I don't have enough stuff for it. That's okay. I will go and place it, and then I'll go this way. This way. Don't even know the way around my own ship. Maybe the best way to place this, I guess, would be to leap up here. Yes, that is perfect. Place. And then we'll just run over to the other side and place, and then we can weld them up from the walkways. Excellent. Okay, so let's clear that and get these welded up. And there we go. Those are online. I will probably need to upgrade them and add some more in the future. But I have some braking thrust. And I really should turn off dampeners so that they just act when I want them to. That gives me some ability to stop if I need to, which is very useful. Resource processing station, only 1.7. The turrets are on, so... Oh my god, and another gold pile! Holy! Like, infinite gold in this canyon. And another one! It's so... That's actually really cool. I wonder if that is a thing. If there is actually like a higher chance, or it's like a specific seed that I have, where I guess there's another one where the gold is spawning in this canyon. Another reason why I like that is just because it has this like story to it. Like if you imagine you're as a player of Space Engineers and you're going along doing your exploration, you're searching for a specific resource, and all of a sudden you find, oh, wow, I found this valley of this, you know, and it was really important to you because you found this massive haul of particular resource you needed. Oh, come on, freaking titanium trees. Get out of my way. I am attempting to traverse here. It makes a nice story. Iron, nickel, cobalt. I'll mark that up. That's a nice little combo. Iron, nickel, cobalt. And continue on. As we are getting closer, we should be to this canyon oasis soon here, actually. Especially if we can maintain this higher speed. This area here looks like it's nice and open. We'll be able to get some good travel time at the bottom of this piece of the canyon. There we go. The sun's fully set. It's nighttime now. And thankfully, I've got my headlights on the front, pointing down slightly, giving me plenty of light. Although, realistically, Space Engineers isn't that dark at night. You need to add mods to make it truly dark. As we have another piece of gold, which we'll mark up right here. Or gold. And I actually put two spaces there because I can't help it. Got fat finger the button twice. Come on. Oh, this thing has the turn radius of a sailboat. But bumping our way through, and we're gonna make it to the canyon oases. There we go. Canyon oases. Our next target. Bada boom. We'll just park our butts up here. The resource processing station is at the top there. The Raven is right there. And with us in this position, we are now ready to look at what the next step is. So that's the canyon oases. Done that. We're just knocking these down left and right now because we have 5 and then 6, and then we've completed our waypoints. We've completed our circumnavigation of this planet. So waypoint 5 is the peninsula, whatever that is. It is 16.31 kilometers in that direction, and it looks like the only good route out of here is to the left. I could go back all the way out try to drive around this entire canyon thing, but that would be boring and also silly. So let us continue on and drive through the rest of it. But before that, we'll remote access into the Raven. 17 hours. Let's check our batteries. We are currently at 60, because we can hold one. We're at 69%. Nice. Of battery power. And we should be able to see what's going on up here. Where is the resource processing station? Is that direction. There is the Bison, the Mastodon down below us. So we can take a lift off in this direction. And we should be able to see our rover down there. Excellent. Alright, so let's scout our way out of here. We have got to go. We're going to make that corner that we just saw down there. Come around here. And this all looks very drivable. We can come to the right. And that looks fine. This looks good. The question is, we gotta find something we can get out on. And I'm really tempted to actually drive up one of these edges here. If I find a canyon wall that's smooth, I might be able to drive it up with the Mastodon. Simply because I believe I have enough thrust. What about back that direction? That is just tight canyon. It's not getting up there. Like, these faces here are a bit too irregular, so that the wheels wouldn't have a nice smooth surface. But essentially, if I get a nice ramp up the side of the canyon, I feel like I could actually drive it out. Especially if I went and added even more thrusters in the back. I could have enough thrust to essentially just throw myself up the canyon wall. But none of this is looking good here. Yeah, none of this is looking good. Hey, but at least this looks drivable. It's passable. And we are... the canyon is getting shallower as we're going on and on. So that is an important thing. And it does look like there's only that one really... There's the one route. So we're not going to get lost going down these passages. That looks possible. See, that's the kind of thing I was talking about. Is that smooth enough? Because I could maybe... Ooh, that's a little bumpy up there, though. Ah, that's a little too bumpy. Yeah, unfortunately. Gotta wait till that level of detail loads in. Because if I could get out, and then I'm just in a desert, and that's really easy driving. Because it looks like this whole thing just hooks back around and continues back this way. In which case... Which way do I need to go here? If I could get out anywhere around here, this would be perfect. And my character's around taking damage. Put your helmet back on. Otherwise... Just look here. Is that the end of the canyon, or does it continue on? How far does this canyon go? Is a really good question. Because this is pretty shallow once it gets up here. I feel like I should be able to bounce out of these little bits. Like, look at that. That's drivable. I could get out on there. Then once I'm out, I just drive out and drive around. So I'm going to plop myself down right here. Let's turn my thrusters off. Do a little speed killing maneuver. Come on down for a landing. Still going too fast. Ooh, jeez. Killed a bit too much speed, too close to the ground. Need to pull back up there. And come on down for a nice light landing. Bottom. Alright. So it should be somewhere right around here that I can drive up, as I drive way too close to the edge. And I will park up. 18 hours of sitting time there. So that's all good. Oh, hey, and I have the weather here. Well, that sucks. But the reversing thruster is getting me out there a little quicker, a little faster. And I should check to see if I need any ice. I had everything full. I should totally run my H2O2 generators and my engines, because I need... I could use power, and I could use I could use a little bit of hydrogen because I'm down to 91%. And that would free up a little bit of cargo capacity as well. As I slowly turn that fuel into, I'll turn that ice into hydrogen and then burn it. Just shoot it out of the back of my craft. And slowly lose some kilos. Where should I put a little ejector system? It's a very good question. Where could I put one that would actually be accessible and useful? Yeah. Where could I put one? Because I need so this would be sorter and an ejector. Get rid of these things here. Yep. So 1 ejector and withdraw 7 computers. Well, then make me computers. Oh, I had the computers. And the sorter. So, I'm just going to get my spectator camera caught up wherever the hell I left this thing. Well, way back at the beginning of the last episode. Fly through the planet here. And find myself. There we are. So, let's see. It's a 2-block long thing. Sorter and then ejector. So, I could make a pair of them, maybe. One on either of these conveyors here at the bottom. Sticking outwards? Or do I want to be shooting it down so that way I'm kind of like, because I had I had conveyor access here at the bottom. I could, and also my undercarriage goes down a block anyway, so I could like drop this down a block with a corner conveyor, and then go back and then cut out a little piece here to have the sorter, then the ejector, and then the ejector just plops, and it's like my mastodon's pooping out stuff. I think that'll work. So we will knock down a little bit here. We need to build some scaffolding to get up to it, which is unfortunate. Hold on. But, tis life. Can't make an omelet without breaking a few eggs, right? You can't upgrade your ship without cutting away a few pieces of armor. Ah! That is a battery. We want to keep that covered. So I will put a slope there. And that should be enough space for me, though. So if I put a conveyor tube there, then thing, then ejector, and then he ejects out here, and then that deflects it downwards as I'm driving. That'll work. I could just take that conveyor junction and replace it with a sorter itself, and remove the need for it to go back one. That also sounds like a really good idea, and I'm going to do that. So if I come up here, I can access the conveyor junction. I can chop it away, go hippity hop, put that up there. All possible components were deposited. And we can grab everything we need, or most of everything we need. Yeah, there we go. Of the sorter, and we're going to make sure that it's pointing downwards towards me. Hey! Built it. And now I just need a corner and an ejector. Or I just put an ejector straight down. I didn't need to remove that armor. Ah! Yeah. That'll work. And then my ship can get rid of excess resources just by pooping it out as I drive. Which I never thought I'd be doing that. It's like, yes, Mastodon. The last stage of its evolution is the ability to poop. And it will poop organics, which is appropriate. Alright, now we got an ejector embedded in the bottom. Get rid of our little scaffolding. And let's pop up and get it organized. Get it working. So for now, I think the most annoying thing that I have way too much of is the organics. We do have a few hundred in this protein form resequencer. There's just organics everywhere. As far as I understand, do I need the organics here? I need it for the not-so-bacon scrambled eggs. And to make the tofu pack, I need algae soy product. And that is being made in my hydroponics farm. That's nutrient solution. Nutrient solution is made from the organic. So how about I make myself just 1,000 nutrient solution. I'll just let that run. Because I think I have like a crap ton of water, right? As far as I remember, yeah, 7,500 water. So no need to worry about water there, especially because this is only going to take a few hundred. So I'll let this run, and it'll need organics. It only needs 296. Wait, it only needs 164 organics to make that. And I have 300 in there. So that's more than enough nutrient solution for me for probably the rest of this series. And then for my sorter, dumping, we will go a whitelist of organics. And we will drain all. And then we'll set up a ejector for dumping. And we'll throw out, collect all. And now we should be dropping balls of organics. Which, I don't know if those are organics or not. I'm just going to turn off that ejector real quick. Ejector dumping just has organics in it. We just go confirm. Because those look like actual stones. But if they are organics, then that's that. Yep, they are organics. Although a little bit of ice came through. So I'm not sure how that came through. But it looks like that's working. So we can just turn on that system and head on out. If I notice any more ice coming out, we'll have to take care of that. It's probably because I placed it there, and before I had any whitelist or anything, there was just a bit of ice got into it, because I have so much ice, and then it just sort of needed to purge itself. So, back in the seat here and we can start driving. We will turn on the ejector, and turn off our handbrake. Start getting out of here before that gets silly. And I can leave a little trail of breadcrumbs as there is another gold thing. Is that it? Dump it all out? Really? Did we do it already? Oh, we did it already. That's all of our organics gone. So now we have dropped down, or at least we're full back up again because we had stuff in other places that hadn't got figured out yet. Now this is the other question of what else do I need to get rid of? I have the gravel. It's only a couple thousand volume. I wish there was like a sort. I could figure out like what was the most, like which had the most volume, and I could get rid of it. It's probably this large steel tubes, 37,000, but I don't want to dump those because those are useful. Bunch of iron, 42,000 iron. But hey, we got ourselves ejected out. Oh, that's a handbrake on. And our Mastodon had a little poop. And now it's feeling lighter, and we're able to move a little bit faster, which is fun. And the tanks should be filling. They certainly are. The batteries are filling as well. They're fully recharged. And we'll turn off our engines, just refill our tanks as we head on out of here. Come on. Come on, turning radius. Figure yourself out. Raven is 8 kilometers away up the canyon. And that's our first real attempt to be able to get out here. So, let's head on up through the canyon. Whoa, oh shit! Fleeting rival. Oh, there's a cert base up there. Alright. Well, you're gonna have to contend with my AA. So, Mr. Assertive Base. God, I love my turrets. I guess we have to pick up our pace if we want to get through here on one piece without taking any damage. Did we take any shots from that thing? I can't really tell. And also, I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to go next. I think it's to the left here. You would have to think, right? Doesn't look like there's any route to the right. Definitely not right then left, because that's just a cliff there. Can I fit up through here? Oh, and more gold. Of course. I mean, I've just spotted, like, I don't know, 30 frickin' things of gold in this canyon. And can I climb this? Is a very good question. With enough forward thrust, can I push myself up through here? It doesn't look like I can. Damn. Am I hitting a roadblock? I may have to go grab the gopher and smooth that area out a bit. Okay. Let's drive up back to it. We've got our turrets for taking care of the enemy aircraft, so that is okay. And let's park up right before it, where we're having an issue. Right there. And we'll park up. Please and thank you, handbrake. Hold position. And let's go take a look. Yeah. So, I'm guessing if I just take the gopher and right-click drill and take the edge off of this mountainside here, I could turn right and drive up that direction. I'm thinking that's possible. I'm still only seeing the resource base, so I'm not seeing the other thing yet. Let's see. The assertive. Oh, I accidentally did the wrong way. I unhooked it before I turned off its batteries. You all should be on auto. And didn't you have a third battery, or is it just 2? Oh, and the gopher is still damaged because I haven't really repaired him yet. He can still fly. He can still do his job. But I'll probably want to give him one more, fuck, damn it. I have to repair this guy. He's got he's got one thrust this direction. Let me just pick him up here. Off. On. Do you not have the ability to fly up, gopher? Atmospheric thruster. Well, that would be why the atmospheric thruster is not part of that group that gets turned off. There he goes. Now he's floating. Alright, let's fix this thing. Atmos! Oh, I'll make this the sci-fi ones. And I'm going to turn the signals off for a bit. Because it's going to get ridiculous. Sci-fi atmospheric thrusters. Which level is this? Should be there. So it should be there. Bada boom. It can hover a little bit better. So I'll bring it down. And just need to throw on a couple of these sideways thrusters now. To allow it to have a little bit better maneuverability. Yes, right there. Is this... The drill isn't even hooked up because of the broken conveyor. That's okay for now. I'm right-clicking. I just need to fix that more in the future. And I'll put one of those here. And one of those there. Should get everything I need to have this thing repaired. At least temporary silly repair so that I can do this work, needing a full repair in the future. Drills are good. Alright, things ready to fly. So we will take our gopher, take control of it, and we're back to our regular old responsive self. And we're gonna head on down here to start taking away bits of this hillside. So what we need to do is build a path for our wheels to get up and out of here. But this might take me a little while. So, unfortunately, it looks like I won't be getting out of this canyon this episode. What I can do in the canyon is position myself like here. Turn off that key. Grab the gopher. And I can fly it from this position. It's a nice overview of what I'm doing. So I will dig out myself a little bit of a ramp. Allow myself to drive out of here. And in the next episode, we'll finally get out of this canyon and head towards the second last. Was that the penultimate? Yeah, I think that's the right term for it. Waypoint. Which will be the peninsula. And then after that, we have Badlands. And then we're home. And it's going to be fun. But that's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. And good hunting out there, fellow space engineers.